Joining me right now, Julia Manchester, national political reporter for The Hill. Why should Americans care about the French election?
You know, Adrienne, comparing the French election to recent elections here in the United States, especially in 2016, there are quite a bit of parallels. And a lot of those parallels revolve around this idea of populism, especially on the right, you know, anti-immigrant sentiment or immigrant skeptical sentiment, that is. But right now in Europe, we are obviously seeing, you know, the largest scale war since World War II breaking out on European soil. And we know that similar to President Trump, Marine Le Pen, the conservative candidate in this election here in France, was espousing a lot of skeptical views over NATO, the European Union. And there were questions as to whether under a Le Pen presidency, France would remain in these major democratic institutions that really set up a buffer to nations like Russia, especially during this conflict. So in the run-up to this election, we saw pretty tight polling, or polling that is tighter than usual, between Le Pen and Macron. So there was a lot of questions over that. However, we do see that Macron came out very victorious in this, but I will say that margin is narrower than past elections. And I think this shows that France, in the near future, in the next 5 years, when there's presumably a next presidential election, there could be a populist president or a growing populist sentiment.
Well, and that is what we've seen here in our own country. But this right-wing candidate, Marine Le Pen, best ever showing, maybe best ever from the right, 42% of the vote. Clearly a large number of voters have been dissatisfied with Macron. And one of the reasons why was his response to the pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if you look at the results of this election, you saw that it's not necessarily large support for Marine Le Pen that helped her, gain this much traction in the election. It's a lot of voters that were apathetic with Emmanuel Macron. This is someone who campaigned on revamping the French economy. And yes, you can look at the unemployment records and numbers in France right now, and we see that it's historically low compared to past periods. However, very much like President Joe Biden in this country, we are seeing, questions about inflation, for example, and, the future of the economy. So he is safe now. His party that he created is safe now. But like I said, we need to keep an eye on the populist movement, particularly on the right in France and maybe in other parts of Europe going forward, because we know that if any country like a France or even a Germany, the two most powerful countries in Western Europe right now, were to create a precedent and leave NATO or leave the European Union, which appears unlikely for now, that would be a major victory for Russia.
Yeah, and Macron saying that he has decided to respond effectively to French voters' anger, whatever that means. I just know you can't ignore 40% of the population saying that they want to change. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.